Welcome to our quirky corner of the automotive world. Today, we're diving into some of the most bizarre car features from the past that we think deserve a glorious comeback. Remember when cars had those funky, retractable headlights that looked like they were winking at you? Or how about the classic, whoopee cushion seat that would surprise your passengers with a cheeky sound? These features may seem silly now, but they added a unique charm to driving that we just don't see anymore. In this video, we'll take a light-hearted stroll down memory lane, exploring oddities like the infamous car phone that was the size of a small suitcase and the delightful hula girl dashboard bobblehead that brought a touch of the tropics to your commute. We'll also reminisce about the days when cars came equipped with built-in vacuum cleaners, because who doesn't want to clean up crumbs while stuck in traffic? As we uncover these quirky features, we'll not only tickle your funny bone but also spark a sense of nostalgia for a time when cars were more than just a means of transportation. They were a reflection of personality and creativity. So buckle up and get ready for a ride filled with laughter and a sprinkle of automotive history, as we argue why these whimsical features should make a triumphant return to our roads. Feature 1, the pop-up headlights. Pop-up headlights, the automotive equivalent of a surprise party. These charming little features not only added a dash of flair to car designs but also served a practical purpose. When retracted, they gave cars a sleek, aerodynamic look, making them appear faster even when parked. And when they popped up, it was like the car was saying, "Surprise! I'm ready to shine." Take the Mazda RX-7, for instance. This iconic sports car is often remembered for its stunning curves and, of course, those delightful pop-up headlights that seem to have a personality of their own. You could almost imagine them winking at you as you cruised down the street, making every drive feel like a scene from a movie. But let's not forget the quirks that came with these headlights. Ever had a friend who thought it was hilarious to flick the switch and watch the headlights spring to life? It was like a game of who can make the car look the silliest. And let's be honest, there's nothing quite like the moment when you realize you've accidentally left them up all night, only to find your battery gasping for air the next morning. Pop-up headlights were more than just a design choice, they were a playful nod to the joy of driving. So, let's raise a toast to these whimsical wonders and dream of a future where they can once again light up our roads with their nostalgic charm. Feature 2, the tailfans. Let's take a moment to appreciate the flamboyant tailfans that defined automotive design in the 1950s. These eye-catching appendages were more than just a styling gimmick. They were a bold statement of freedom and flair, embodying the spirit of the post-war era. Inspired by the sleek lines of aircraft, tailfans soared to prominence, transforming cars into rolling pieces of art that practically begged for attention. One of the most iconic examples of this trend is the Cadillac Eldorado. With tailfans that could rival the height of a small child, this beauty was the epitome of luxury and excess. You could practically hear the car whispering, "Look at me," as it glided down the boulevard. The Eldorado's fins were so impressive that they could have doubled as a landing strip for wayward birds. But let's be real, these tailfans were often exaggerated to the point of absurdity. Some cars looked like they were ready to take off into the sky at any moment, while others seemed to have been designed by someone who had just watched a sci-fi movie on a sugar high. Imagine trying to park one of these beasts. You'd need a whole new set of skills just to navigate the tight spaces without taking out a mailbox or two. Despite their over-the-top nature, tailfans left an indelible mark on car culture, symbolizing a time when style reigned supreme. So here's to the tailfans, those flamboyant features that remind us that sometimes, bigger really is better. Feature 3, the hood ornaments. Let's dive into the world of hood ornaments, those little pieces of art that once graced the front of cars like crowns on royalty. These decorative elements were not just for show. They often carried deep symbolic meanings, representing the brand's identity and the aspirations of the owner. From elegant swans to fierce eagles, hood ornaments were a way for car manufacturers to showcase their creativity and craftsmanship. Take the Rolls-Royce Spirit of Ecstasy, for example. This stunning figure, with her flowing robes and graceful pose, has become synonymous with luxury and sophistication. It's like she's saying, "I'm not just a car, I'm an experience." But let's not forget the more unusual designs that have graced the hoods of cars over the years. Imagine driving around with a hood ornament shaped like a giant rubber chicken. Yes, you heard that right. There are stories of quirky car enthusiasts who have taken their love for the bizarre to the next level, proudly displaying everything from cartoon characters to whimsical creatures. Picture the confused looks from pedestrians as you cruise by with a flamingo perched on your hood, flapping its wings in the wind. Hood ornaments were a canvas for artistic expression, and their variety reflects the personality of the car and its owner. While modern cars have largely traded these ornaments for sleek designs, we can't help but reminisce about the days when a car's front end was a showcase of creativity and flair. So here's to the hood ornaments, those delightful symbols of automotive artistry that added a touch of magic to the open road. Feature 4, the suicide doors. Let's talk about suicide doors, those eye-catching, backward-opening doors that have graced some of the most stylish cars in history. Named for their unique design, these doors swing open from the rear, creating a dramatic entrance that's sure to turn heads. Historically, suicide doors were popular in the 1930s and 1940s, often seen on luxury vehicles and hot rods, adding a touch of flair and sophistication to the automotive landscape. One of the most iconic examples of this feature is the Lincoln Continental. With its sleek lines and elegant design, the Continental made a statement on the road, and those suicide doors only added to its allure. Imagine stepping out of one of these beauties at a gala, feeling like a Hollywood star as you glide out with a flourish. But let's be honest, while they look fabulous, suicide doors come with their own set of quirks. For starters, getting in and out of the back seat can feel like a game of Twister, especially if you're wearing a fancy outfit. And let's not forget the potential for awkward moments when you accidentally open the door while parked on a busy street. Talk about a surprise for the person walking by. Despite their impracticalities, suicide doors have a unique charm that captures the essence of classic automotive design. They remind us of a time when cars were not just about getting from point A to point B, but about making a statement. So here's to the suicide doors, those stylish features that continue to inspire awe and a few chuckles along the way. As we wrap up our journey through the whimsical world of quirky car features, let's take a moment to recap the delightful gems we've explored. From the charming pop-up headlights that seem to wink at us, to the flamboyant tailfans that turned cars into rolling art pieces, and the elegant hood ornaments that added a touch of class, each feature tells a story of creativity and nostalgia. And who could forget the stylish suicide doors that made every entrance feel like a scene from a classic film? These unique elements not only showcase the fun and humor found in automotive history, but also remind us of a time when cars were more than just machines. They were expressions of personality and flair. It's hard not to smile when thinking about the quirky designs that made driving an adventure in itself. If you enjoyed this trip down memory lane and want to see more quirky content, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Hit that like button if you found yourself chuckling at some of these features, and share this video with your fellow car enthusiasts who appreciate the charm of automotive history. We'd love to hear your thoughts. What quirky car features do you remember or wish would make a comeback? Drop your comments below, and let's keep the conversation going. Thanks for joining us, and we can't wait to bring you more fun and fascinating content in the future.